Hey, Chase, when we were talking to Najee yesterday, he said that there wasn't necessarily a design plan to pass him the ball, that it was more a result of checkdowns. What does that say about the rest of the passing game? Are you guys not able to get open down the field, or is it something that defenses are consistently doing to take that away?
Yeah, I think defenses are actively taking away the deep ball, rolling safeties over top. So I think that's why we're doing underneath throws.
Go ahead, Brooke, if you want.
If that's the case, if the defenses are taking that away, how much then does it help to have Najee as that passing option? I think he ran 52 routes last game, which is, I believe, a record. What does he add to the passing game to help you guys out when they're not able to push the ball down the field?
Yeah, I think it's just another weapon to spread out the defense a little bit. If we're able to get him open, and he can obviously make plays with his feet, and that's a great thing.
Nick Fairball.
Hey, Chase, you guys haven't attacked the middle of the field a ton this year. Why is that? What do you think it is? Our defense is cheating a little bit more towards the middle of the field and trying to take that away from you guys?
I think they're playing some hole players in the middle of the field. I know the outsides are, pretty covered up, but it felt like every time we try to attack the middle, they played one high. So
Go ahead, Nick. We'll stay with you.
What if they are playing single high? Is there a way that you guys think you can crack that? Is it just hitting the deep balls down the sideline, or is it playing a little bit more underneath? How can you guys crack that then to maybe open up the middle of the field?
yeah, I think it's weird because like when we try to go outside, they play too high, and then when we try to go inside, they play one high. So just timing it up right and kind of anticipating what they're going to do.
Alan Saunders.
What's the level of frustration with the offense right now, just in general, and what gives you guys faith that you can turn this around quickly?
Yeah, I don't think we played like terrible yesterday. I just, we had yards and we had drives that were good, but kind of got killed by penalties, so just mistake free.
Alan, you have a follow-up?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of those penalties, and there was some sacks. There was a lot of plays that got you in a bad down and distance. How much do you feel like that impacted maybe like the amount of things you were able to do offensively?
Yeah, I mean, if our game plan is to throw underneath, then we can't be in second and long, third and long, because then the defense will just roll corners over and keep everything underneath.
Brooke, we'll go back to you.
Yeah, Chase, some of those drives that looked better, it looked like you guys were in an up-tempo offense. Ben said last week that there is no traditional no-huddle offense, but do you feel like the offense runs better or smoother when you guys are picking up the pace in some of those drives?
Yeah, definitely. But you can only do that for so long in a game before people start getting tired and miscommunication, stuff like that.
Aditi.
Hey, Chase, when a team is struggling a little bit, the most popular person in the city is the backup quarterback. Is there anything you could say about Ben, just why you have so much confidence in him, maybe what fans are not recognizing that Ben is dealing with right now?
Yeah, I think he's doing a great job. I don't have much to say bad about him at all. So, that's what happens when you struggle. People start looking for different avenues to find answers. So I'm not worried about that, but I think he's doing a good job.
Mark Caboli.
Hey, Chase, there was a couple of times over the past 3 games where you were able to get down behind the secondary and weren't able to corral the ball. Would you label that under maybe the defensive player knocking it away from you, or you not putting it away sooner? How do you view some of those passes not being complete?
Yeah, I always want to make every play, but, you got to realize you're playing the NFL and you're going against corners who are also playing the NFL, so they're going to make plays. So just trying to come down with more in the future.
Aditi, do you have a follow-up?
Thanks, Chase. Okay, Chase, the way that you guys are using the whole field, the middle of the field, deep passes, go routes, things like that, what needs to be done? Are you happy with the way plays are being mixed in? Are you still kind of not using the whole field as you see fit?
No, I think maybe I think we doing all right. Obviously, we just have to when the game's drive going, just don't fill with penalties and hold in or offside or pass interferences, stuff like that. So I just think we have to play more mistake-free football.
Mark, do you have a follow-up?
Sorry.
Yeah, just one real quick. Chase, how much have you guys max protected this year or in the last couple of games? And how difficult does that, if you do, have on the receivers when it's, 6 guys on 3, basically?
Yeah. I don't think we've max protected too much. Obviously not a few times a game, but receivers gotta go make plays. So depending on the route concept and the coverage defense is in, we're expected to make those plays.
Chris Adamski.
Hey, Chase, a lot of the, over the offseason, over the past couple of years, there's been talk it's the best or one of the best wide receiver cores in the league you guys are. Do you guys still see yourselves that way? And do you view yourselves that way as a group, the 4 or 5 of you?
Yeah, I think so. I think yesterday we didn't we were missing 2 receivers. So I think we're still top tier.
Chris, do you have a follow-up?
Yeah, I just wanted to, and just the depth. I mean, do you see, can Cody, I don't know how long, Juju or Deontay will be out or whatever it is. Is Cody a capable player in your mind to be able to play a bigger role?
Yeah, I think Cody White's more than deserving of the role he's been given, especially this last game. He balls out in practice and he works hard, so he deserves it.
Derrek, you get elevated from the practice squad. You play 27 snaps. How'd you kind of feel in your first action with the Steelers in that scheme overall and playing that many snaps? Kind of a shock or kind of what you expected?
No, I mean, I was going to be prepared to play no matter what week it is. The first 2 weeks, I was ready to play as well. So just getting the opportunity was great. I feel like I had a decent game, always room for improvement, but a good game to build off of and keep going forward.
We'll stay with you, Nick.
They ran a lot of a wide zone yesterday with Mixon, and you guys had to come on backside pursuit. How did they kind of get you guys with that wide zone and start breaking stuff later in the game as it kind of wore on and getting more success on the ground?
Yeah, some of it. I mean, we knew it was coming. They're good players too, so we just need to make those tackles that we know we can make. But we weren't surprised by anything that they were doing. We were ready for it. So it's just making those routine plays over and over again. Just something we got to continue to work on and continue to preach and get better at.
Chris Adamski.
I just wanted to ask you about the 2 North Dakota State guys on the team. Is that something? How much do you guys stick together, and how much did that? That I don't know what years exactly you were there, but I assume you won 4 national titles. I think they do it every year, pretty much. So, what was that like in that program?
Yeah, it was very cool. So, first day I walked in the locker room, I saw Joe. I hadn't seen him in a number of years. Played a year together at North Dakota State. So of course the Bison got to stick together, but it was good to see him. It's good to play with him again. So
go ahead, Chris. We'll stay with you.
You talked to personally. There's been a lot of, I guess, angst or whatever about there wasn't one registered pressure, whatever the number is. That's a subjective stat. No sacks yesterday. There weren't that many pass attempts or dropbacks. Like, how do you what's been kind of the overall grade from you and your teammates and the coaches on the pass rush yesterday?
Yeah, the pass rush was tough. We knew that they were going to try to build up Burrow's confidence with quick game, getting that ball out quick. Just watching film from last year, the Steelers defense was really getting after him. So They did everything they could not to let the pass rush game affect them. In the first couple weeks, our defense has been a big factor on the quarterbacks. So they were doing everything they could to get the ball out of his hands as quickly as possible, making it a little bit of a challenge to get to the quarterback.
Ray Fittipaldo.
Yeah, Derek, for a guy who just got here 3 weeks ago, how much of the playbook do you know, and what was your comfort level yesterday in what they asked you to do within that knowledge?
Yeah, I know the whole playbook. I feel really confident. Obviously, I'm still learning the whole scheme overall, learning other positions, which makes my position easier once you know that. But the day I got here, I got in my playbook, and I've been studying since. So I'm always preparing every week as if I'm playing. Doesn't matter if I'm on practice squad or activated. As you could see this last weekend, I was fortunate enough to be activated on Saturday. So I had prepped all week with the intention to, if they needed me, I'd be ready. So
Stay with you.
Yeah. Hey, Derek, I saw that you came in on the second play of the second half yesterday, and I know you played 27 snaps, but did the majority of your snaps come in the second half? And, what was your conditioning level like? It seemed like you played mostly, third and fourth quarter.
Yeah, I got quite a few snaps in that second half. My conditioning level, I feel, is really good. It's continuing to improve. That is one nice thing about taking both some reps on defense during the week, and then as well as doing some of the scout reps for the offense. So it's really helped me build my conditioning level up, and I felt solid in the third and fourth quarter yesterday.
Alan Saunders.
How different is what the Steelers are asking you to do from what you did at Denver last year, or maybe from what you did at North Dakota State?
Overall, football is kind of the same no matter where you go. It's just terminology is a little different, so I had to learn that, and just a little bit of the schemes, where the fits are exactly, because those do tend to change a bit. But like I said, for the most part, pretty similar. Just a little bit of the terminology and stuff that I had to adjust to.
How did you end up in Pittsburgh? Was that a place that you kind of knew right away, had some interest in you, or how did that all go down?
Yeah, for the roster cuts that final week in preseason, I was waiting to hear back from Denver if they were going to sign me to the practice squad or not. And Pittsburgh called, so it was an opportunity I couldn't pass up, and took it as quick as they offered. So I was excited once I found out that they were interested and wanted me to come to their practice squad and give me an opportunity to compete for a spot, which I feel like I've been preparing, and my number was called this weekend. So hopefully it just continues to build the Steelers' trust in me and continue to give me opportunities like that.
Chris Adamski, do you have another follow-up?
Yeah, just what was kind of yesterday? I know because with Alex and TJ out, and usually there's kind of a rotation or in terms of the snaps. I know Melvin played every snap. Was that sort of the plan, that since he's the veteran, he's the been around, been a Pro Bowl, that he could stay out as long as he wanted? And it just, or how was that kind of division of labor set up in game like that yesterday?
Yeah, I think going into the game, once I found out I was going to be activated on Saturday, it was going to be basically a 3-man rotation. We didn't know how exactly that would be. We didn't have too many long series, so I think Melvin was feeling good throughout the game. I don't think he got too terribly tired. I think his conditioning is pretty solid. So, yeah, he played every snap. And I know if he would have needed a break, he would have called one of us. So, like I said, we didn't really know how the rotation was going to go. It was just one of those game time decisions.
And then we'll wrap it up with Alan Saunders.
I mean, you talked about knowing Joe and obviously playing with him in North Dakota State and winning all those titles. There's FCS guys around the league, obviously, and a number of teams. But do you feel like you get something special from playing with that team and the amount of success it's had? as opposed to some other places where obviously you can still get to the NFL from, but maybe it's not quite the same as what you got there with the Bison?
Yeah, I feel I was fortunate with some of the things that I learned there, just the focus on the little details, how team oriented it really is. As long as you're not worrying about your personal accolades, you'll be successful in this sport, in football. It's really a team sport. So that's something I learned early. And I feel it's helped me tremendously throughout my journey into the NFL. And I feel like I'm continuing to carry that with me to do everything I can to make the team better. And with that, personal accolades and all that stuff will come, but it's all about the team essentially.